Oh, you're here for the Emberville update. What do you want me to? Nah, you don't want that, do you? Hey, what's up, Embers? Embers, guys, if you're not part of the Discord community, you're really missing out. Last week, we held a poll to see what you guys should name yourselves. My vote was on Embervillians. We had another moderator whose vote was on Embervillains, and then someone said Emberites, and guess what won? That's right, Embers. Here's the total scores. I believe it was 48 or 49%, almost half of you voted to be called Embers, so I sound mad, but I just love that we had a community of people. We had hundreds of votes that decided, you know what? We're going to be a part of this big community here with everyone. All right, before we continue, I've realized that you guys have no clue who I am. I'm just a guy on the camera right now. Well, my name is Moises. I'm a VFX artist. I wear many hats on this team. I also write for the blog. I'm also doing a little bit of this community management stuff, as you can see here. So I figured I'd introduce myself before we continue on to our first topic. Our first topic is going to be from our concept artist named Charlie, who decided to give us a rendition of what Khaldor the Ever-Living would look like sitting on his throne. Who's Khaldor? Well, I'm glad you asked, because Khaldor is the first boss that you're going to be facing in our game Emberville. His backstory is extremely tragic, befalling, is that correct? Dying in a landslide and being revived through the forces of kymia, the life force that is throughout the Vitromotus. We haven't talked about that too much yet. I don't know if that's supposed to be said, but you know what? We'll keep this between us, and we won't let the devs know that I spoiled what the life force is called. Anyways, Mordaxius figured out a way to harness the power of kymia and gathered various pieces of armor and decided to fuse his soul into the armor, just like in, what's that anime called? The Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. Goated anime, if you haven't seen it. It's a little bit older, but I think still holds up pretty well. Anyways, that's what Charlie did with the artwork here, and I'm loving every bit of it. I love how menacing it looks and how moody it is. Last week was pretty busy. Not only did we have the poll, but we also had the Co-Carnage showcase, and honestly, the reception of the game was incredible. We got tons of new Discord followers. Everybody in the comments had nothing but positive things to say. So if you missed out on it, that's too bad, because you're never watched. Just kidding. There's a VOD out there, and there's going to be some videos made. In fact, we have an FAQ video up on the channel currently that is probably going to be linked in the description and in the end title card for you to watch, so you can get all your questions answered about the game. The reason I'm bringing this up is because in the showcase, Ko is able to enter one of the destroyed taverns in the game, and I wanted to give you guys a little bit of a showcase on the process that this tavern was made through. A little behind the scenes, a little progress update going from blank canvas to the final thing. So I'm gonna, I guess while I'm talking, I'm doing this. For the last topic, we're gonna be looking at some back-end stuff. Now, I don't normally like to show back-end stuff because it's A, hard to understand, B, hard to explain, and C, not a very good visual thing for the medium of video. But I wanted to showcase this one because I've always wondered what it looks like when you have a game system that allows you to have drop tables, essentially, where you can have various levels of different loots, various rarities, damage types, damage numbers, whatever it may be. And Mauricio has been working really hard on implementing a data structure, I suppose we'll call it, on that exact topic. What I do want to show here is the complexity of something as simple as picking up an object and getting the stats for that thing that you're holding, whether it's the amount that you're getting, the total number of damage that it does, or the rarity of that object itself. I love this. I love that we are getting closer and closer to the final version of our game, and this backend stuff doesn't get enough light, so I wanted to showcase it. I have the hiccups. That gave me hiccups. That was so complicated, it gave me hiccups. Okay, strange world we live in that we can type in words into a computer and generate a game, but here we are. Well, that's it. That's all I got for you. I'm sorry. Making a game is hard, but tune in next week and I'll give you 3 more things that we've been working on. As always, subscribe. As always, join our Discord if you haven't, and most importantly, wishlist the game, please. That tells Steam that our game is gonna pop off, and to put it up on the charts, put it up on the front page, all that good stuff. And we know you want our game to succeed. You wouldn't be watching this if you were a hater. You know what? I appreciate you haters. I'll catch you guys next time.